speaking with the four Kumaras who were seated on the golden throne. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. ठीक नहीं है क्या? हाँ, हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So this is 11.2, 11th canto, chapter 2. Here also very extraordinary guest reception of Vasudev is shown. So we can just, 4 shlokas are there. We'll just cover it. Huh? Yeah. 11th canto, 2nd chapter. Text 1. Sri Shuka Uvacha Govinda Bhuja Guptayam Dvaravatyam Kurudvaha Avatsi Narado Bhikshnam Krishno Pasana Lalasaha. Translation? आवाज नहीं आ रही. हरि बोल.
Eager to engage in the worship of Lord Krishna, O best of Kurus, Narada Muni stayed for some time in Dwaraka, which was always protected by the arms of Govinda.
So Krishno Pasana Lalasaha, that he was very eager to Konurajan Indriyavan Mukunda Charanambujam Na Bhajet Sarvato Mrutyur Upasyam Amarottamaihi.
My dear king, in the material world, the conditioned souls are confronted by death at every step of life. Therefore, who among the conditioned souls would not render service to the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda, who is worshipable even for the greatest of liberated souls?
Tamekada tu devarshim Vasudevo Gruhagatam Architam Sukamasinam Abhivadyedamabravit.
One day the sage among the demigods, Narad Muni, came to the house of Vasudeva after worshipping Narad with suitable paraphernalia, seating him comfortably and respectfully. Bowing down to him, Vasudeva spoke as follows.
Sri Vasudeva Uvacha Bhagavan Bhavato Yatra Swastaye Sarvadehinam Krupananam Yatha Pitror Uttama Shloka Vartmanam.
Sri Vasudeva said, My Lord, your visit, like that of a father to his children, is for the benefit of all the living beings. You specially help the most wretched among them as well as those who are advanced on the path towards the Supreme Lord, Uttama Shloka.
Yeah, so here Vasudeva is talking to whom? Narad Muni. So Narad Muni has come for his desire to worship the Lord. Vasudev is taking the, as if he is the conditioned soul staying at home and Narad Muni has come to deliver. So Vasudev is glorifying Narad Muni for his father-like visit to home, although he himself is the father of Lord Krishna. So Bhutanam Devacharitam Dukkhaya cha Sukhaya cha Sukhayaiva hi sadhunam Tvadrusham achyutatmanam.
Translation. The activities of demigods led to both miseries and happiness for living beings. But the activities of great saints like you, who had accepted the infallible Lord as their very soul, results only in the happiness of all beings.
So he is putting devotees above the demigods, telling that demigods give happiness also and demigod give unhappiness also. Indra gave great unhappiness to Vrindavan Vasis, and when he was happy he was giving nice rains. So demigods, when we are dealing with them, they give happiness also, they give misery also. But then devotees, as he says here, that you are the cause of only happiness, no misery. And then who is telling this? This is Vasudeva. What is the relationship between Vasudeva and Narad Muni? If you go and see the history, Vasudeva's 6 sons were killed by on advice of Narad Muni, because the Kamsa was very lenient. He said that first child no problem, because 8th child I am little worried about. But then Narad Muni comes in and then he gives very nice counseling, and then just after the counseling the Kamsa's message comes that bring that child. So Vasudeva, being a king, will surely understand that something went wrong, and Vasudeva may also know that Narad Muni had visited the palace of Kansa. So although Vasudeva knows what happened, how it happened, but then he had no malice or no kind of grudges with Narad Muni. He didn't say that, oh, you are the killer of my 6 sons. But here he is telling that you are greater than demigods. He says that you can never create any misfortune to devotees. He might or might not, but I am just telling that it doesn't come here in Srimad Bhagavatam that he knew karke. But then this is how, because another story I was seeing, that once Tamal Krishna Maharaj had gone to South Africa for preaching, and then one person was creating the maximum trouble, who was a neighbor to devotees, and he was doing everything whatever he can to obstruct devotees and things like that. And he was ardent worshipper of Lord Shiva, and he felt that this Vaishnavas have come, and then so he had that kind of animosity in his heart. So one day he came and surrendered his life to our Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj is very curious, like till now you were like troubling so much devotees, and then now you want to take initiation. What happened? So he said that Lord Shiva came in his dream and told him to read that there, whatever Grantha is there. And then when he started reading it, the first thing came is there is a need of Guru, that you should take Guru. And the next line was that Guru can be anywhere. Guru can come from any caste, Guru can come from any creed, Guru can be from your enemy background also. Like that it has written. We consider enemy. So he was very much like shaken up by that, and taking that as Lord Shiva's direction, he thought of taking initiation from, and now he became nice devotee, and then he was in charge of that temple later on. So we see that, why I was telling this? So now he knew here that he is an enemy, that Vaishnavas have come, but still that animosity was lost when he was guided. Yeah. So here also we see that the reception of such high quality is the, here, okay, we'll go ahead. Bhajanti ye yatha devan deva api tathevatan chayeva karma sachivaha sadhavo deenavatsalaha. So he says bhajanti ye yatha devan deva api tathevatan. He is describing the difference between devatas and devotees. He said chayeva karma sachivaha, that they are just karma sachiva. Karma sachiva means they act according to our karma. If I have done good karma, they are bound to give good result. If I have done bad karma, they are bound to give bad result. So if I have done bad karma, they cannot give good result. So they are bound by our karma to give the result. So they are karma sachiva. But then sadhavo deenavatsalaha. If somebody is fallen, that also is dealt by blessing him by the devotees. So that is the difference. So devotees are not bound by pure, impure, fallen, elevated. They are free to distribute mercy. Okay. Brahmansthathapi pruchhamo dharman bhagavatanstava yan shutva shraddhaya martyo muchyate sarvato bhayat.
O Brahmana, although I am satisfied simply by seeing you, I still wish to inquire about those duties which give pleasure to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. An immortal who faithfully hears about them is freed from all kinds of fear.
Yeah. So that's how he receives, by approaching him very humbly. Although he himself is very qualified to have the Supreme Lord as his son, but if you go ahead, he tells that actually I am not very pure, and my intentions were not very pure. Although we worshipped the Lord, we did tapasya for the Lord, but when the Lord came, I asked him that you become my son, rather than asking to go back home, back to Godhead. So he said, I was not very wise to ask in that way. Who is telling this? So he said that was my mistake maybe. So that's how he says. Although that was not mistake, that was Krishna's plan only, that he wanted to come through devotee like Vasudeva. But then devotees, they they show that how fallen, how needy they are for association of such great saintly personalities. Okay, so we'll go to the text 7 of our canto 4, chapter 22. So now here, first 6 shlokas, Prithu Maharaj exemplary reception of the Kumaras was described. Now 7th to 16th, Prithu Maharaj praised the Kumaras and inquires from them to speak. So 7 to 16 is that inquiry of Prithu Maharaj. So text 7, Prithurvacha Aho acharitam kimme Mangalam Mangalayana Yasya vo darshanam hyatsid Durdarshanam cha yogibhi.
King Prithu spoke, "My dear great sages, auspiciousness personified, it is very difficult for even the mystic yogis to see you. Indeed, you are very rarely seen. I do not know what kind of pious activity I performed for you to grace me by appearing before me without difficulty."
Yeah. Purport?
When something uncommon happens in one's progressive spiritual life, it should be understood to be incurred by agyat sukriti, or pious activities beyond one's knowledge. To see personally the Supreme Personality of Godhead or His pure devotees is not an ordinary incident. When such things happen, they should be understood to be caused by previous pious activity. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7:28, Yesham tvantagatam papam chananam punya karmanam. One who is completely freed from all the resultant actions of sinful activities and who is absorbed only in pious activities can engage in devotional service. Although Maharaj Prithu's life was full of pious activities, he was wondering how his audience with the Kumaras happened. He could not imagine what kind of pious activities he had performed. This is a sign of humility on the part of King Prithu, whose life was so full of pious activities that even Lord Vishnu came to see him and predicted that the Kumaras would also come.
Yeah, so this is how the humility of devotees are. That doesn't have any logical understanding. That although devotees are very exalted, although devotees are with Krishna, but still they feel themselves not worthy of that. Now Prithu Maharaj has already taken darshan of the Lord. Prithu Maharaj has already got direct instructions of the Supreme Lord. But then still he is wondering that how nice that I am getting this opportunity to see 4 Kumaras. So we see that even after achieving the greatest blessing or the greatest the gain in this material world, that is going back home, back to Godhead, after that also a recipient doesn't feel worthy of it. And we can see also that when Dhruva Maharaj was supposed to go to spiritual world, that the Vaikuntha airplane comes and it is standing there saying, "Baith jao." Dhruva Maharaj didn't just jump in and they said, "Chalo." So Dhruva Maharaj was so emotional, he felt unworthy for being there. He went, took bath, and then he was paying obeisances to everybody there, that please bless me so that I can. So now who is supposed to bless whom? It's like he is supposed to sit there telling, "Take my blessings because you will not get the blessings again. I am going now. Take the blessings." But he is telling that you please bless me, that I am going now. So that is an extraordinary heart of these great souls. And then by even Tukaram Maharaj says, na, आम्ही जातो आमुच्या गावा आमचा राम राम घ्यावा. And then he says that now I beg at all of your lotus feet that you please bless me so that I can go peacefully. Like that. So that's how the devotees, they always feel. So here also, Prithu Maharaj, although he is very great, but then he is showing his humility. He is feeling that by great fortune he has got darshan of 4 Kumaras. Text 8. Kim tasya durlabha taram kim tasya durlabha taram ihaloke paratracha yasya vipra prasidanti shivo vishnushcha sanugaha.
Any person upon whom the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are pleased can achieve anything which is very rare to obtain in this world, as well as after death. Not only that, but one also receives the favor of the auspicious Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, who accompany the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas.
Yeah. So it says, Prasidanti Shivo Vishnushcha Sanugaha. That not only that, but one also receives the favor of the auspicious Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, who accompany the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. So in the purport, Prabhupada is writing that Prabhupada quote this verse, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena, and then he writes, somebody can read the purport after the shloka, the Lord is already in the heart.
The Lord is already in the heart of everyone, but the Vaishnavas and the Brahmanas actually perceive and see him always in ecstasy. Therefore, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are carriers of Vishnu.
Yeah, so here we see that Lord is in the heart of everybody. But then why we say that the Lord resides in the hearts of devotees? Lord, the devotees are carrier of Lord, because practically every living entity is carrier of the Lord, isn't it? So the Paramatma in the heart of devotees is very actively reciprocating with devotees. And the Paramatma in the heart of non-devotees is in the waiting mode, like that. When this person will look at me and then I can start. So that is the difference. And then in the end, Prabhupada writes that this is confirmed by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasada. By pleasing the spiritual master, who is both Brahmana and Vaishnava, one pleases the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 9. That is Prithu Maharaj praising the Kumaras and inquiring some questions from them. So the praising of the Kumaras also is a part of reception only. Yes.
Pious activities which are being spoken of, so they are not some ordinary pious, material pious activities, correct? They must be something which is on a devotional level, or
yeah, but then that is general trend, that when the Rukmini is talking, she also is in the same mood. That whatever pious activities like digging the well and planting trees and things like that, if I have done, my dear Lord, please reciprocate, and then please appear. So, they, they don't say that we have some Ajnat Sukriti and we have done some.
So that is like punya only. I mean,
Yeah,
the result of punya, I mean, such pious activities is heavenly enjoyment, or how can it lead to association of devotees?
yeah. So, devotee out of his humility, he will not say that past life also I was devotee and I have chanted your names, and then. So, he is telling that I have not yet received mercy. So, I am doing wrong only, what to speak of devotional things. But some by chance I have done some punya. By the effect of that, at least you show your mercy to me. It's not technical, it's a prayer.
One more thing was, you previously, in this last this thing, you were telling about how we can train ourselves to receive the, or become eager to hear from the advanced
Yeah,
devotees.
yeah.
So what is the meaning of this training? How do we train ourselves to?
Yeah, this is also very important that, for example, now uh, chanting. One is to ritualistically chant, another is to make ourselves prepare for good chanting by hearing some japa talk, by hearing and reading some books written by great souls on japa, by meditating and doing